All right, now that I've persuaded this camera to record again on video, your assignment yesterday was to take each mixed number, turn it into an improper fraction so that you only have fractions to multiply. None of these problems on this page are adding fractions. None of them are subtracting fractions. Since that is the case, you do not have to worry about getting any common denominators. The only thing that you have to worry about on this page is being sure you have only fractions. Today, you have already should have done some practice online, turning mixed numbers into the improper fractions, which is what you need to do the first step of multiplying with fractions. You also practice what the last step is, which is what happens when you come out with an improper fraction as your result. How do you simplify from there? A couple of things to look at here. First of all, you will want to take a look and make sure that you got your improper fractions correctly done. Once you have double-checked that, now let's go through and think about what these answers are going to be like. So, we are taking a regular fraction, a part of 4/3. That's a little bit more than a whole thing, but if we're only taking a part of that, I'm thinking this fraction could possibly be a regular fraction that I might not need to take top divided by bottom to turn back into a mixed number, because I'm only taking a part of an amount, and it's a fairly small amount. Now perhaps if this was 200 and 1/3, if I took 2/3 of 200 and 1/3, there I would expect to end up with an improper fraction, because that would be a lot larger of a number that I'm multiplying to get the numerator. What about here? Well, I'm taking a fraction. This is a larger amount. So it is possible, even though I'm taking less than half, I'm taking 2/5 of my 2 3/4. It is possible that I might still come out with less than a whole. I might still come out with a proper fraction. Same thing for this. I have 3 3/5, but I am taking a very small part of 3 3/5. So I might very well again come out with a proper fraction here. Once I get to number 5 though, now I'm taking a mixed number. So I'm taking at least a whole amount times another whole amount. I absolutely will come up with an improper fraction for this one. So this one I will have to take the next step and do, oops, bracket's wrong, top number divided by bottom number to get this simplified. What about number 6? The same thing. I have more than a whole thing, and I am taking more than a whole amount of my more than a whole, which means my answer will be more than one whole. I have 4 and a little more, and I am taking that at least one time and a little bit more. I know 4 times 1 is 4. I would then expect that my improper fraction is going to, or my answer is going to be an improper fraction, because not only will I have 4 whole things, but I will also have 2/5 of one whole thing and 2/5 of 3/4 of a thing and 3/4 of 4 and 3/4 of 2/5. So that means I should have a fairly large improper fraction that I will again need to simplify once I've multiplied straight across to get that answer, top number divided by bottom number. You may well run out of space on this page because you are going to be multiplying some rather large numbers. Let's do an example here. Let me do 14 times 49. So that is a double-digit multiplication, and you couldn't see it. 9 times 4 is 6, carry the 3. 9 times 1 is 9, 10, 11, 12. Placeholder, cross out what I carried. 4 times 4 is 16. 1 times 4 is 4, plus 1 is 5. Yes, I absolutely expect to see all of the work for each problem. So for number 8, I expect to see double-digit multiplication. I expect to see the addition for that. I expect to see that you realize this is 686. 5 times 8 is 40ths. And then this is an improper fraction again. So I need to take 686 and divide that into groups of 40. Well, 40 goes into 68 once. 1 times 40 is 40. Subtract 8, 2, bring down the 6. 7 times 4 is 280. 7 times 4 is 28, so 7 times 40 is 280. I have a remainder of 6. So I can make 17 whole groups of 40, and I have 6 left over. It still takes 40 to make a whole group, but wait, I still can't stop. I have to have the common factor pulled out of here. I have to divide this by 2. My final answer is 17 and 3/20. All that work for one problem. This is why you multiply with mixed numbers later in your 5th grade year. We learned how to multiply double digits, so you were able to multiply your numerators. We learned how to do long division with 2-digit divisors, so you are able to turn your improper fraction into a mixed number. And see, there are 17 and 6/40ths, and we then worked with fractions enough to realize equivalent fractions in simplest form, divide top and bottom by the common factor, and finally get 17 and 3/20. So this is the type of work that you are doing today. It will take you a while. Any mistake in any of these steps will result in a wrong answer. So show me your work so that I am able to find where you make mistakes if you do make mistakes. Your assignment is 747 and the top of 748. Just these 3 story problems. So that's your assignment for today. Be quite careful. Thank you.